Morning guys, what's going on? It's me, online brother Jaspas deck. Welcome back. In today's episode of the vlog, we're going to be checking out this deck of playing cards right here. Ring playing cards by Galaxy Designs. Let's go! Before we begin opening these cards, I have to say that this deck of cards is one of the decks of cards that I've been looking forward to opening for quite a while now. Simply because instead of going with a absolutely minimalist logo and back design kind of design, what the creator of this deck of cards has done is approached it as a minimalist design in the terms of, I believe, a grey background with just one circular design like this in the middle. It's really quite interesting. But before I spoil the entire design and concept of the backs of the cards, let's take a look at what the box looks like. On one side of the box, it features the ring design in a darker grey on this lighter grey back. On the other side of the box, the same design exists, except for, I believe the border is no longer there. So no border here. Over here, you can see some sort of a border going around the box. On the edges of the box, this side is completely clean, no designs at all. And this other side is also completely clean. On the bottom of the box, it has some copyright details. The cellophane is easy to remove and feels really good. The box comes with a matte finish that feels quite satisfying in the hands. It's kind of similar to the Virtuoso Fall Winter 2017 deck design, or was it 2018? I can't really remember, it's been a long time. But it feels similar to that. Feels very nice. Open that up. Looking closely at the bottom of the box, you can see that the ring playing cards, first edition, was printed 1000 times. So it's a 1000 deck limited edition release. Now let's take a look at the extra cards that come with the deck. The first extra card that comes with the deck seems to be a double backer. That's right. One side we have the normal black grey design, and on the other side we have the dark maroon and white design. I'm not 100% sure, but looking at my camera, looking at the screen over there, it looks like this card is coming up as quite bright of a red, but in reality it's maybe something more like this. Yeah, it seems to be a deep dark, maybe even maroon. Pretty cool. Next up we have a double backer. Nope, I was wrong. A normal design back with the company branding Galaxy on the other side. Pretty cool. Now looking at the jokers, we have 1, 2 red eclipse coffee mug stain kind of designs. Looks pretty cool. Let's take a look at the faces of the cards. That feels pretty nice in the hands. The first one is an ace of spades with a ring design in the middle. Underneath the ring design it says ring, so it sort of helps you understand that this is a ring design, I guess. Two of spades looks like standard USPCC template kind of designs. Three of spades, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Are we gonna get a custom chord card? Come on. Oh no, it's just recolored. The chord cards are colored with the colors of maroon, black, and what looks like grey. Pretty classy, but a little bit boring in terms of like innovation and creating something new. The Ace of Diamonds features a much darker than usual maroon. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't expect to see any other interesting weird stuff on these cards. Queen, Jack, 10, 9, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, Ace. With the faces out of the way, let's take a look at the backs of the cards and see if we can learn anything interesting about card design. Looking at the borders, these borders look a little bit thicker than what I am used to in terms of more modern playing card design. To my eyes, this looks a little bit closer to the older style of borders where the borders are a little bit thicker, thus allowing USPCC to cut the borders a little bit more wrong without it being absolutely obvious. The background of the cards feature a solid color, in this specific case grey, and if you look closely at the corners of it, the corners are rounded as opposed to sharp cornered. In the middle of the cards, very minimalistically, there is a ring design that looks something like this. This circular ring design looks like the creator had a mug and he got the bottom of the mug wet because he was drinking coffee and spilled a little bit. And he was designing 100 other very complex designs. And then he was like, no, none of these designs work. And he pushed all of his designs off of the table onto the floor. I must submit the design by tomorrow. The boss needs the design by tomorrow. What do I do? And he lifts up his coffee and he puts it to his mouth. And as he puts the coffee to his mouth and his eyes drift downwards towards the paper on the table, and he's like, voila, it is genius. I am genius. I am genius card designer. That's the back design. And yeah, it's a coffee stain. Wait guys, wait. That's obviously not the official story behind this deck design got created. It's just my headcanon, my fan fiction of it, alright? I think as far as minimalist decks go, I think this deck looks really good. I actually really enjoy how this deck looks. Pretty good. Holding the cards in my hands, it's clear to me that this is a USPCC deck of playing cards. However, it doesn't feel like most of the other USPCC cards I've felt. It could be that this deck isn't quite as crushed as some of the other decks, or maybe it's a different stock from USPCC. The stock feels a little bit more sturdy, a little bit stiffer than what I am used to in terms of like more modern USPCC cards. It could be that it's a different batch of paper, or it could be B stock playing cards. I'm not 100% sure. Maybe in the edit I'll like Google it, Google the information and just put it on the screen. The card stock feels very nice and sturdy. I actually really like this compared to the typical USPCC cards that I have been handling recently. It just feels a little bit more interesting, a little bit more like it tests whether or not I can handle the cards well. In a fan, the cards fan evenly, but because of the thicker borders, much lesser of the design appears in a fan. And in terms of the ferrule, these cards ferrule from bottom to top very easily. Oh yes, at the end of this video, I'm going to be asking you guys to leave a comment in the comment section below to join the giveaway, yeah? If you want to let me know that you are one of the guys who watched the video all the way through from start to end, in your comment, I want you to use a capital O in a place that it wouldn't exist normally. For example, don't use it as the first letter of your sentence because that's normally where capital O would appear. Instead, use it like the colon O face, the oh kind of face, or maybe you can just randomly type a word and then one of the letters is a capital O. Do whatever you want. I'll keep an eye out for it and I'll keep an eye out for your comment. Now let's take a look at how these cards look like in cards. Let's do this. Ooh, pretty nice. Alright, so after playing with this deck for about 15 minutes, here is what I think of Ring playing cards by Galaxy Designs. I feel like it needs a little bit more points of interest on the back design for it to be truly a cardistry deck of playing cards. But at the same time, simply by embracing this circular design, and because of the nature of circles, that when you rotate it, it doesn't really affect how the circle looks. I find this deck of playing cards to be pretty interesting for cardistry. It makes a lot of different moves look very different on video. For example, if you take this deck of playing cards and rotate it very quickly like this, towards a normal viewer when watching the cardistry being performed, simply by looking at the fingers, it looks like a lot is happening. However, if they concentrated on like the circle in the middle of the cards, it looks like you're not doing much at all. Whether that's a good or bad thing and whether or not that bothers you is a completely up to you kind of thing. It's a very subjective thing. It really depends on the kind of cardistry you perform and the kind of experience you're trying to give your audience member or your video viewer as you are doing your cardistry. However, in terms of the way the cards look though, without taking into consideration the cardistry aspect to it, I actually really like this deck design. I really enjoy how minimalist, simple and eye-catching it looks. Like you can do a worm with this deck of playing cards and it just looks, interesting. What's going on there? What is there 5 circles? What does it mean? What do the cards mean? Are they crop circles from alien visitors? Are they a sign that this deck is the right choice and therefore, ping pong, you draw a circle on it? So I think this deck was designed with cardists in mind. However, if you were a card collector, I would think that you wouldn't be able to find much interesting stuff going on in here. There's no hidden details or no like custom faces, custom pips, or even much to look at on the backs of the cards. So I think card collectors might give this deck a pass. As for magicians, I think the familiarity of the faces of the cards tends to play quite well to their needs from a deck of playing cards. They need a deck of cards that when an audience member looks at, they won't get confused, they won't get like suspicious of the cards, right? So in terms of that, I think this deck of playing cards does fine. And the slightly mysterious back design on the cards, I think helps increase interest of your audience member without it being like an over-the-top suspicious, this is a magic deck, it's a magic tricky trick deck kind of deck of playing cards. All in all, this is a deck of USPCC cards that I actually really like. I like it. Good job, Galaxy Designs. I like it. Alright guys, thank you guys very much for watching today's episode of the vlog. I hope you enjoyed watching my review of this deck of playing cards. Don't forget, there is a giveaway going on for the mystery brick of playing cards. So if you want to join it, just leave a comment in the comment section below. Thank you guys very much for watching. I love you all, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Bye bye.